G'day, Darren Hill here. I thought I might just put up a little vidcast around some training material. I'm going to do this as a series and show you some of the tricks and the tips and some of the material that I use in training programs. The first of these that I thought that we might have a look at is talking to people about how they use numbers and how they use them well, and what power can be contained within them for marketing and also promoting your product or idea a little better. So I kind of use this in 5 key ways, and I thought today I might show you an opening frame in the first section of it, and then we might do some other vidcasts on the other 4 out of the 5 in other sessions. So basically what you can see in front of you now is just a keynote slide, and it's the title slide, and as I start to talk about numbers, obviously we need to do some framing, and the first of those frames is talking about that numbers really are left brain emotion. So it helps left brainers, people who are logical, sequential, linear, tap into emotional content, because the right brainers, it's easy, they're already there. But for left brainers, numbers can often unlock powerful cues in the world around us. So I spent a bit of time framing that up. And then the second frame that we look at is talking about how human beings truly are the only animal in the world that can actually rationalise and use numbers. And it's a great power that we have. And so I talk that too often we think of people as numbers, but really we're the ones that create numbers. So yeah, spend a bit of time on that as well. And then I go into talking about, well, there's 5 ways in how we can use numbers in our business or in our message. And the first, and the one that I want to share with you today, and the others, as I said, we'll share later, is that numbers need to tap into stuff that they already know about. If it's a mystery, it won't work. But if it taps into a scheme or a mindset that they're already familiar with, then numbers really start to take effect. An example that I use is an Israeli research team in Chip and Dan Heath's book, Made to Stick. They talk about this Israeli research team wanted to know what made ads exceptional, what made them stand out from the crowd. And so they took 200 of the world's award-winning ads and ran them through, I think it was 7 criteria, and found that a huge percentage, like up in the high 80s, I think 89%, matched to these criteria. Whereas to counterpoint the study, they went and took 200 non-performing ads and mapped them against the same criteria, and it was a really low percentage, like in the single figures. So it shows that creativity and innovation and stuff that we kind of go, wow, that's amazing, it actually follows a pattern. And so the use of numbers isn't just randomly pulling out some number out of your backside and presenting it. It's actually making sure that the number relates to the very thing that means something for them. So, and what I do is then play an ad, which I'll play for you in a second, and it's by Qantas, and it's talking about their efforts in regards to being greener. And I want you to pay particular attention, so I'm not going to let it go too far, but they use a lot of numbers in it later on. But what they do is they set up the schema. They make sure that what they're about to talk about isn't a secret. So check this out from Qantas and see what you think. So you'll notice that the schema that they're using, the secret that they're sharing that isn't a secret, is that the world's in peril, that biodiversity is threatened, and so on. And this is what is the schema in how they launch their numbers. And so as the ad goes on, they talk about that they've reduced their emissions by so many percent, that they've cut down this by so many percent, and that they're doing stuff. And so as the ad goes on, and as I said, I'm actually not going to I'm not going to let that play, and I'd love you to go and have a look on YouTube at the full ad, because it's really a nice use of a schema of something that people already know in presenting their numbers. So that's it for today. Check out any of our other stuff on darrenhill.com.au, or follow me on Twitter at @FromDarrenHill. and you can link through to YouTube channels and all sorts of places. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon, and I'll bring you the second part in this series around numbers. Thanks again. Bye bye.